Alright, so Honestly Sarcastic with the Hyperloops. Most of you know I made 14th place and I'm in the top 16. And Mike, or Bobby Sapphire, got 4th place, obviously in the top 16. NJ Cuenca got a little short, 6 and 2. Tough like misplay, or not misplay, but a misread. Via No Mercy that cost him the match. I would have misplayed that same thing because he gave the situation and I immediately had an answer and it was the same answer he had and it was wrong. But I digress. Anyways, so excuse me. Anyone following the Discord knows that I'm currently in a precarious situation. My opponent is Ira. Playtested a little bit. He's kind of way back from the Naruto heyday. I didn't talk to him too much, but friendly enough. I'm not some douche, so like I talk to people, whatever. But I explained to him before that Night Sister was much better than Guard, as I've been telling a lot of people. And I kind of find I like Monday quarterbacking. Like if I never bothered talking about Rainbow and kept it hidden, would it have had a bigger shock value to people, instead of being pretty much flush in the event. So like the Guard versions are just not the same as the Night Sister versions. They're much weaker, because they can get put in random situations with the hand and discards where they can't really dig themselves out of. So like there's kind of like a mini feel bad moment that I kind of feel like I pioneered the regular player to play the deck, and I'm not saying nobody played the deck besides me, because that would be kind of like insane. Just that like I fought for it and had results with it, and proved its worth in a lot of different situations. Even though I didn't give a list to the non-Patreon people, it kind of spreads out. Our patrons had my base list, and I would explain like different things to them, decisions, like how to play parts of the deck. So in general it would spread out quite a bit on like SW Destiny and different places. So like the event was pretty flush with Rainbow and Pomaz, which is indicative of what was going on in the cash events. Like day one of the cash events, there was a ton of Rainbow, like a metric shit ton. But a lot of people don't like mirrors, and if you're weaker at the deck than someone else, like it kind of shows immediately. So like the next event right after was a bunch of mono blue villain, which Vader is very strong against Rainbow, but still a lot of Rainbow, mono blue villain. And then the next event after that was just like a crazy amount of Pomaz. Like I'd say out of like 25 people, there was probably like 8+ Pomaz, like maybe 5 Rainbow, not even 5 FN decks, and then like some mono blues, and then you have the rest of the field with like Hans and random Rays and stuff. So yeah, this top 16 right now has, I want to say 6 Pomaz or Maze. I don't even know how to say the name. I'm sorry, I never watched this stuff. 5. What is it? Me, Tiny, Bobby, Steven, okay, I want to say there's 5 Rainbow decks and 1 other FN deck, so it's matching up 6 and 6, and the other 4 slots are taken over by Phasma, Ajaba Dukumil, Vader Raider, and the last slot is completely eluding me, and I do not know why. So yeah, sorry, good sir, I couldn't remember your deck. Don't hate me, please. But so I have huge concerns with my top 16 opponent. So he's playing a more damage-centric Rainbow list, and that is a relative issue because he's better in the mirrors. Like his because he puts out additional damage via the weapons, and he has backup muscles and less removal, which is kind of bad in the mirror. He can put me on the back foot and then put me in situations where I just can't recover from. So it's going to be a tough time. It's best of 3, so I have a little bit of breathing room to try to hope to outplay him one game and kind of just have things fall together for the other one. If I can pick up game 1, I'll feel pretty comfortable at taking lots of risk shots in game 2 to try to steal the win. So we'll see how that goes. One second. So I'm outside. Sorry about that. Outside, getting some fresh air. This is our hotel, by the way, the Lexington. It was pretty good. They have a bomb ass continental breakfast, all sorts of fixings. So yeah, that match is going to be pretty brutal. I have an idea what I'm planning to do. We're going to see if that plan suffices and if it can rattle him a bit. Mike is playing against, Vader Raider. His next opponent is going to be Polmaz, assuming he wins, obviously, no matter what, because it's Polmaz versus Polmaz, but there's a cargo hold in there. So the regular version might beat the cargo hold version because cargo hold is not as amazing in that match. So if the non-cargo hold deck 1 wins, Mike has a pretty good shot of getting through to top 4. On my other bracket, it's Tiny Grimes with Rainbow. He's part of our playtest group, so our list might be like 1 or 2 cards off due to some random adjustments I made at the end and his preference. So the 3 of us went with Rainbow. The 3 of us came out top 16 with Rainbow. That's a stellar showing for the deck. Proud of all of us. I'm also proud of all the patrons of the Hyperloops. You guys did good. There's still stuff to learn, so stick with it, and you're gonna see yourself doing well soon. What is it? Tiny's playing against Jabba Dooku, and Jabba Dooku's inherent issue is that Night Sister's a raging bitch. So let's say he fast hands Jabba, he can do whatever off of the fast hands. But later focus dies do not have to stay wherever they were showing, and that's going to be a big problem, especially if Tiny can understand what the opponent's attempting to do and kind of mind scour them. Excuse me. So if you can get that going, it feels like it's an auto win, especially in the best 2 out of 3 where luck isn't so prevalent. Is it prevalent? I think that's the word. I don't know. So I think Tiny's pretty much locked into top 8 as long as he doesn't start making misplays. But yeah, so I'm a bit scared that would be the next round opponent. All I can say is it's go time, guys. I'm gonna need all that luck. Send it over. Do it like the Spirit Bomb. Goku, baby, Goku. Sorry for saying a lot. I don't do this stuff, and think. I don't know. It was. Lucas is insane. Lucas ran this crazy event, and it was like being in speed runs of something. I don't even know how to explain this. We were literally going in. The rounds would post up. We had 3 minutes to get to the table before the round started. Maybe 4. Call it 5 if we want. So there's tons and tons of people trying to get to their tables, and the event ran relatively smoothly. We were just bang, bang, bang. Finish a round, stuff up, standings, round 6. Here's the pairings. You guys got 4 minutes to get over there. It was crazy. In general, we had a ton of drops, and tiebreakers were pretty much a thing of beauty. I played a lot of very good opponents, and I don't know if anyone else did this, but I talked to my opponent. So some people will beat their person and be like, haha, I won, and leave. And I talked to my opponent. a lot of people are good people. Let them know what they can win. I talked to each person, let them know about, the damage counters for the top third. And top third is relatively easy to get in a 300 and something player event when most people are just there for the Vader card and they're dropping. Also, they made it so that you can pick up your Vader card as you drop. So round one opponents were like, you would see someone win, and then both people marked drop on their slot, their like slip of paper, and they would go up there and get their Vaders. Like, that was crazy. They could have just gave the Vaders away on entry and let people drop immediately, and kind of not gum up the event rounds, because we went 8 rounds, but the Swiss style would have dictated that we run 9. So that's why we ended up with 2 8-0s and so many X1s, and then only like 3 X2s in the top cut. In hindsight, I can't complain because I went 6-0, and if anything was different, my 6-2 record might not have got me in, because I kind of dropped the ball. I played IR round 7, so that's why I have huge concerns here. I started out great, couldn't find Boundless, and he drew his 3 pieces of removal. I drew 0. Not any sort of excuse. You play with what you get. Not sure if I could have played better. I'm not going to try to like rack my brain on it too much. But yeah, so like I wasn't a big fan of that. We also found out that C3PO is allowed to resolve a modified die if it's switching to a special. That was the ruling that Lucas gave. I think it's crazy. So like I could understand where in normal aspects they wouldn't have a modified special, because specials, you can't resolve like 2 specials in one action via like a plus base or something like that, if you think of it. But that's still super odd. So like somehow you change it to special, the modified side falls off, I guess, and then you're good to resolve it. And like it's so weird that I don't know why they would choose that. It conflicts so much with the rules, and like nowhere is it really explained that a modified special can't exist. So like that's really weird. But yeah, so that was one ruling. I played against some very good people. I played against Logan Mack, who was 7-1 with Polmaz Retreat Hyperspace. He's in the top 16. His brother also played, I believe, the same exact deck, and he went 8-0. So, yay me. The only one putting a dent in their records. But we all made it, so that's great. He's also the gentleman from the Nerf Herders that was doing the Han Solo stuff. So, check them out if anything. Got to, throw up some rep for the others. Trying to think, what else is there? Just going to ramble on for forever. So, going to get prepped soon, go shower, get some breakfast. It's an early start. I think it's 9 a.m., so probably going to get in relatively early, hopefully by like 8:20, get prepped up. Trying to think, what is there? I don't know. I just want to thank you guys for, keeping track with us, pay attention to updates and whatnot, KOR Discord. I try to put out what I can. I'm not the greatest at being attentive to detail, so that's why a lot of the time I had my record, but I was behind 1 round on other people's records. And it's really, really hard to attach names to tags, online tags, because like outside of the people I hung out with most of the weekend, I didn't know the rest of the people. Also, shout out to I want to say it's Dr. Bearsec. There was a tough moment where deodorant ran out. He had an additional one. Thank you. Andrew, who's Reflex. Great guy, T-Top 16 X-Wing. He actually was playing Destiny and X-Wing at the same time. Round one for Star Wars ran over back to X-Wing to play, but then he had to not drop round 2, but give up round 2, and then he was able to make it back in after losing X-Wing, and he ended up going 6-2 at the end with bad breakers. So it was kind of unfortunate because he didn't get to play that second round. Like, things may have changed and he might have got in. But congrats to him. Gonna give a shout out to Ed. There was a dinner yesterday that was very amazing. I barely knew you, but you seemed like a great guy. And yeah, I'm gonna get you that ticket for Gen Con. But I don't know. So I'm kind of afraid. We're gonna see how this goes. I really do expect myself to lose. This is a very tough matchup. Ira's a very solid player. I just kind of have to hope to know where he's going and see if I can dodge and weave properly and take this win. I think this video is going a lot longer than my original expectation. I lost my first video because I hit a button and didn't realize it paused when I pulled up the different apps I had open. So best of luck to my team, Tiny Loop, Tiny Grams, Mike Gem, Bobby Sapphire, and hopefully we pull this out today. If not, we just got to keep on trucking. You win some, you lose some, right? Hyperloops, baby. Hyperloops. Thanks for watching.